Well, it is the final countdown. We're down to the last 24 hours before this big race. How are you feeling?
As far as the candidates are concerned, you know, a lot of the media outlets, I think they took a very strong position one way or another on the race. But, you know, we were able to put our message out, and we were able to overcome those. And I think the people saw for themselves that we had a pure message, and we're about the people.
Okay. Now, anytime you have an important political race, it's not going to be without contention, without...
I think that was a point of contention. I think that's something that Freddie Sanders camp put out. It wasn't anything that we put out. I don't think that's something that the people demanded either. You know, we've done over 6 forums throughout this campaign. Our platform hasn't changed at all, so there's no need to debate.
Little piece of controversy in this race has been the statement, we aren't here to be law enforcement officers, we're here to be peace.
Well, I don't think I said we're peace officers. I didn't say we're peace officers, but under the state of Georgia, that's what you get your certifications on, under Peace Officers and Standards Coalition, and that's what I'm saying. You know, we're peace officers. Our job is to protect the peace. Now, of course, you know, we have to enforce the laws as governed by the state, but ultimately we want to do voluntary compliance. We want people to live in a society where people are going to do right. They're going to be respectful of their neighbors. You know, they're going to help out their neighbors. You know, and law enforcement is just one part of that. We're just one element of society. You know, so as being peace officers, you know, who would not want to live?
And what are some ways you plan to do that, to keep up that voluntary compliance, as you put it?
Criminal takes past the least resistance. So what you do is, you know, you come up with programs, you come up with, to include the public in all your aspects of your police function. You know, a lot of my elements is about community-oriented policing, getting citizens actively involved, also giving them a voice by the Citizens Advisory Board. You know,
Let me screw. I don't want to screw that up. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Another little piece of controversy in this race.
In a community that promotes peace, serial killers to murderers, you know, the child molestation cases. So, you know, I've had 4 death penalty cases. So, you know, I'm hard on crime. That crime needs to be hard on.
We touched a little bit on some of your qualifications, your many years in law enforcement.
Well, like I said, I've been in law enforcement over 20 years. You know, my primary degree is in criminal justice. So, you know, I've started off in a criminal justice background. As I worked throughout the ranks, I've worked through road patrol. I worked some narcotics. You know, I worked in... Your
opponent would say you've never actually had any supervisor roles like he has.
This is untrue. Like I said, I was lead homicide investigator for 8 years. I was a violent crime.